Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. This website is entirely responsive and you can see the very perfectly professional look to your website. Your personal portfolio can be very helpful for you in your recruitment section whenever you're applying for a job. So right now we are in the home section. You can see the nav bar. You can see the hover effect on the nav elements, the color change effect, and you can see the infinite change in text. You can see how it's going back and front and revealing that text. Then we have the hover effect on the buttons. You can see. Then hover effect on the our social media icons. Then you can see the smooth transition of revealing of elements, and you can see an infinitely moving. This is done by using keyframes in the CSS. You can see the hover effect, how neatly they have all been aligned, and you can see the hover effect on the education and experience section, and you can see how neatly we have created the lines, and the skill section, the progress bar section. You can see the hover effect, and you can see how neatly we have given the bar effect, giving a very professional look to your website. Then you can see the contact me form, and you can use submit button. Right, this button is for moving back to the starting page. You can see we have also used JavaScript here, and we can go back. This website is entirely responsive. That is, it is also available in mobile version, tab version also. Now let me show you the mobile version. So this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned exactly at the center, perfectly aligned. And this website is especially for the students who are looking for the resume projects, right? You need very important projects in your resume, and it will give a very professional look to your resume, and it will give a very good impression to your recruiters. Very job friendly. You can see the menu bar, and the animation effect, the transition effect is also very cool, and you can see that it is not taking very much of time or delayed responses. It is very fast, and this website is entirely beginner friendly. That is, even you can make it on by yourself. The source code is available in the description, and definitely try to build this project. And don't, if you have any doubts, any queries about the project, please do visit uh, the channel back again, and comment your errors that you are facing or any issues regarding the source code that I have provided, and or if you need any help in uh, getting new tutorials, or you want me to make any more information that you want you to let me know about web development, front-end development, and definitely comment, and the source code is available in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. The full tutorials are also available on the website. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So now let's go to the index.html file. Right now we are in the index.html file. In the head section, you can see the meta tags. Then we have the title tag, that is responsive personal portfolio website. Then we have the link tag for our style.css file. You can see this is the style.css file. Then we have the link for box icons using the link tag. Then we have the body tag. In that we have the header tag, an anchor tag with the logo, that is art. Then we are using a div element for the animation, that is for the menu icons that we are going to use in the mobile version. Then we have the main nav bar. Inside that we have the anchor tag with the H reference to that particular section. Whenever we click on that button, we will move to that particular section, like home, about, education, skills and contact sections. Then we have active nav span element and animation for the span element. This is for the animation effect that we have created in the for the website. For this animation here, we are using this to get a proper animation. Then we can go to the home section. In the home section, we can see we have the main div, that is a home content div. Inside we have an h1 element, that is heading tag. Here we are using the name. Then we have text animate, the text that we want to animate. For that we are using a div, and then we are using an h3 element for that name, and we are using a span element for the animation that we are going to use. You can see here in the image, the front end developer is an entirely typing animation effect will be visible to you. We are going to use the CSS for that. Then we have the paragraph tag and span element for animation. Then we have another div, that is button box. Inside that we have two anchor elements with hire me and let's talk buttons, with giving class name as button. For the button effect, we are using CSS for creating these buttons here, giving a proper button effect. Then we have another div for home side. Here these are the social media icons we have, that is box icons. Here we are using by the I tags, we are referring Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And we are adding a span element for the animation. This span element is for the animation purposes. Then we have another div for image hover. Here we are adding a span element for that. Now the home section ends here. So now let's go to the CSS also, and so that you can be able to understand it perfectly. First we are importing the Google fonts, that is Poppins, using the data import URL. Then we are giving the global fonts here, global values we are giving, that is margin, padding, box size, box sizing, text decoration is none, border is none, outline is none, scroll behavior is smooth. The font family that we are going to use is Poppins sans serif. The root element is nothing but whatever the values that you are going to use in this website, you can add here. I'm adding the main colors that I'm going to use in this, and I'm going to call those colors by using the var element. You can see here var bg color for the body element. By giving the name here, I'm calling this over here by using the var element. Then for HTML font size and overflow hidden. Then body tag, for that we are adding the background color, background as well as color to it. Then we have the header. For the header, position is fixed, 0, top is 0, left is 0, width is 100%, padding is given, background is transparent, displays flex, justify content is space between. You can see that the logo as well as the nav elements are spaced, the space is added between them. Then all items are aligned exactly at the center. Then header sticky, background equal to variable. For the background we are adding the color for this. Then we can go to the logo. The logo position, font size, color and font weight is given. Navbar is relative, and for each navbar anchor element we are giving the font size, color, font weight and margin is given to them. And whenever we hover on to the navbar, as well as whenever it is an active color, the color will change to main color. You can see here main color is the blue color. Whenever it is in active state, the sound will appear. And as well as whenever the menu icon says, I think position is relative, font size is 3.6 them, color is given, cursor pointer, displays none. So this menu icons will only be displayed. This one is for the mobile version. And here what we are going, let me show you the script also, so that I will complete the header section here itself. So you can see here I am taking the reference as query selector, menu icon. So this menu icon I'm creating a constant in the JavaScript, that is menu icon and navbar. So whenever you click on the menu icon, it will toggle the active list to it. So what is this active means is that whenever you click on the menu icon here, that will be available in the mobile version, then it will add this active list to this particular navbar. And whenever you add the active list to it, the menu bar will be displayed. The menu will be displayed. You can see here the menu icon displays none, but whenever you click on the menu icon, the display will change into active, and the menu items will be visible in the mobile view. Then the section starts. For the section we are adding minimum height and padding is given. For the home section I'm adding displays flex, align items is center, and I'm adding the background image using the URL. And you can see the background image. This is the background image that I've added. Then we can go to the home content. Maximum width is given, C index, and for h1 element we are adding the position and
font weights are added. Then we are adding the h1 span element. For that we are adding the color. You can see h1 span element. This is the one span element. We are adding the color to it. Then we are using the text animate. For that width is given. For each text animate h3 element we are adding the font size, font weight, color is transparent, appear text stroke. This is nothing by using this linear gradient effect. What we are creating is that you can see that this text will front-end developer is there, right? So it will continuously move and it will create a hollow structure. That is, front-end development will be like in the skeleton structure, and it will fill the color whenever it's moving towards forward and go back. It will go back also. That is created here by using the CSS. And history animation is added to it, that is home bg text. Then we are using the before effect to create it, and then it's the home content, paragraph element, position, font size, margin is given. Then we have the line height, and for the button box we are giving position is relative and justify content is space between, so that the both buttons are placed beside each other with space between them. Then for the each button we are adding the display, justify content is added, height is added, background border radius is 2 rem, and we are adding the border equal to 0.8 rem, right? So it is giving a lightly curved edges to the buttons that were created. And whenever you hover onto it, the color will change. And for the nth child, that is by selecting child also, we can select which one that we want to prefer. For the second one, here we are using the background is transparent and color is main color. You can see here the second button is only having the border color is given to it. There is no background color to it. Then we have for the second child, whenever you hover onto it, the color will change into PG color, and background color also will change. That is, it will come back to the full color like the first one. Then before home social icons. For that we are using the absolute button where this is display flex, justify content is space between. You can see all of them are aligned between each space added between them, the social icons. Then each for each social icon a anchor tag, we are giving the display height values, background border radius is given, border radius is 50%, so you can see an entire circle around the icon. Then whenever you hover onto them, the color will change. Before, and whenever you hover onto this icon, that is the social media icon, it will continuously, the background will change, and the Facebook F, right? So icon will change into white color. Then we can go to the about section. I show you the about image. This is the about image. This is the about section. In the about section we are using the heading, the same one that we have already went to, that is the heading tag, that is about me. And when we are using a div element here for about image, in that we are adding an image tag for the portfolio image, and we are creating one span element for circular spin, animation scroll. For both of them we are creating two span elements. Then we have a div for about content, and I'm using an h3 element for the heading. Then paragraph element, then I have a span element for the animation scroll. Then I have another div for btn box and buttons, that exactly the same as the above one. Here I am using an anchor tag for contact me button and animation scroll that we have already seen. So now let's go to the CSS along with it. Here you can see I'm adding display flex, justify content is center, or everything is aligned exactly to the center, and the flex direction is column, right? So everything is aligned exactly in the center, in the column direction, that is one after the another. And heading, we are using position is related to span element, color is given to it, and about image we are giving the relative position, height width is given, border radius is 50%. You can see giving an exact circle for the image. Then circular spin is the circular spin is nothing but, you can see the semicircle that is around here, it is continuously spinning, right? That one is created by using this circular spin that we have added as a span element. In that, by using the position is absolute, top is 50% and left is 50%, it is exactly covering it. Transition border radius is 50% is given to it, and you can see the border and about content we are using text and center, and history element, paragraph element also we are adding font size, margin values. Then button boxes we are using display is equal to inline block, and whenever you hover onto it, the background color will change for the button. Then we can go to the education section. This is the education section, education and experience section. Here is the education section. In that I'm using the h2 element for the heading as usual. Then I'm using the education row. Inside that I'm using a div as education column where h3 element is used as a title, that is education, and inside that I have a main div, that is education box. Inside that I have an education content which is repeated again for as many educations that you want to add. This is the div I'm repeating here. We can see a div. Inside that we have a content and div for adding the years, that is by using the box icons. I am adding the icon, that is calendar icon, and then I'm using history element for the heading, paragraph element. Then the same div is copied again, the education content div is copied again for 3 more times, and I'm adding a span element for animation scroll. Then I'm going for the experience section. In that experience section, the same code that I've used here, the same code I'm copying again here, and in the place of education I'm using the experience, that is the only data I'm changing. You can see I'm adding it for 3 more times for the experience section, and I'm adding the span element animate scroll. This is the education and experience section. Now let's go to the CSS file. So it displays flex, justify content is center, align items is center, flex direction is column, minimum height is auto. So you can see they're aligned in the column direction, that is one after the another. And each education row displays flex direction is wrap, and gap is 5 em. You can see the gap between each and every one is 5 em. Then we have the title. For the title, position, display, font size and margin is given. And education box, we are adding the border left to it. And for each education content we are adding the padding left and before. This is for the content. The box effect you can see in the image. So this one, whenever you hover onto it, it will change. That box effect is created by using the before one, by creating a border radius 50%. This is nothing but the one that is here. You can see the circular one. We are creating it using the before effect, education content before effect. We are creating top is 0, left is 0, left is minus 1.1, and height is 2 em. The border is 50%, creating an exact circular dot by using the before effect of the CSS file. Then we are using the content. For the content we are adding the display. Position is relative, padding, border radius is given to it, margin bottom is 2 em, overflow is hidden. You can see this is for the box that we are creating. That is the reason we are getting a lightly curved edges. Then before width equal to 100%, over whenever you hover onto the width will change to 100%. And here, for the ear element we are adding the font size, color and padding bottom is added. For here I tag we are adding the padding right, history element, paragraph element. Then we are going to the skills section. This is let me show you the skills section. This is the skills section. In the skills section we have the h2 element, same heading tag. Then we have the main div, that is skills row, and skills column. In that we are adding the h3 element for the heading tag element for the title, that is coding skills, and we are using a div, that is skill box. Inside that we have another div, that is skill content, and has a div for each div, that is progress. For each and every skill we are adding an h3 element. Then we are adding a div for the bar that we are going to create, and the same div is copied again for CSS, JavaScript, React, and we are adding a span element for animation scroll. The same div, the same entire div, that is skill box, is entire div is copied again for professional skills, and I'm using same one, the h3 element div for the bar. So same one I'm using here also for the next, that is for the professional skills, and I'm adding a span element for the animation scroll. Then you can see that the skill section ends here. You can go to the CSS here. The skills, minimum height is auto, padding bottom is 7 em, background is given to it. Then we have the skills h2, that is for the h2 tag, that is heading tag. We are adding displays inline block. Left is given to, left is 50%, transforms translate wise minus 50%. That is nothing but whenever you can see here, whenever you hover onto it, the background will be there, right? Then for the h2 element that we have added, then we have the skills row. For each skills row displays flex direction is wrap. Skills column we are adding flex equal to 140 em, because of which only the flex items will be aligned exactly one after the another. Then we have title skills box, then skills content. For that we are adding the position, border radius is given to it. Then we have skills content before. Then we have 0%, height is width is given to it. Then we have width is 0%, height is 100%, background bar bg color is given, the index is -1, transition is -5 seconds. And this is nothing but whenever you hover onto this skills section, right, coding skills or professional skills, you will see a light screen effect that will be displayed to you by using this one before effect that we are creating here. Then for the progress bar, we are adding the padding and history element, font size, display flex, space between we are adding. Then we are adding the span. For the span, we are adding the color. And for the bar, we are creating height is equal to 2.5 m, border radius is 8 m. You can see here the bar, this bar, the percentage bar, and progress for each and every progress bar by using the child values. We are giving the width values to it so that we will be able to get the exact score that we are adding here. You can see 90% bar is filled, 80%, 80% bar is filled. Similar way, that is how we are adding the, by using the end child values, we are adding the values to it. By changing the width values, we are adding them for each and every child element. Then we can go to the contact me section. This is the contact section. The contact section, you can see we have the same heading tag for the h2 element using the h2 element, and then we have the form element. Inside that we have a box for input box and input field div. Inside that we have an input tag with the type is text and placeholder is given as full name. And we have the span element for focus element that we're going to create. The same div, input field div, is copied again for 2 more times, and we are adding a span element for the animation scroll. Then we have the same input div box copied again for 2 more times for input number, for the type number, text for adding the mobile number and email subject, and we are having the same span element animation scroll. Then we have a text area field. In that we are adding a text area tag for by with the columns as 30, row is 10. Whenever you want to add more data that you want to let the user to enter, then we use the text area. Then we use the text area, and then we have the div for the btn box, that is buttons. That is one is submit button that we are adding, and animation scroll span value is added here. And we have the footer. In that footer we are adding the div, the main div. Inside that we have the paragraph tag for adding the copyright button, and animation scroll span is added here. Then we have the footer icon top. This button is nothing but arrow up button, so whenever you click on this button, it will move back to the starting page. And we have linked our script element by using the script tag. This is the one. This is the contact me form. The contact, for that we are adding minimum height, padding bottom is given. Contact h2 value, that is heading to value, we are adding displays inline block, left is 50%, transform stands at 50%. And we are adding the contact form. For the form element, we are adding maximum width equal to 70 rem, margin and text align is center, and each input box is positioned related to displays flex, justify content is space between, the flex wrap is wrap. So you can see they are wrapped in one single row beside each other, and space is added between them. You can see here the space is added, justify content space between. Then for each input field, we are adding the position is relative, width is 49%, margin is given to it, field input, text area. For the field input as well as for the text area, we are adding the width values. You can see width is 100%, height is 100%, font size, font weight value, color background is given to it, border radius is 6 rem. You can see lightly curved edges for each and input element that we have. Then for the placeholder, we are adding the color as text color. You can see placeholder with the values, that is full name, mobile number, email subject, your name, your message. Then focus element. For the focus element, we are adding the absolute. There's nothing but whenever you click on this button and enter any data, for that one we are adding the focus element. This focus element will be visible for each and every one. You can see here focus for the input fields as well as for the text area. The width will be equal to 100%. It will give a very classy and professional look to your website. Then we have the text area field. For that position is relative, margin, display flex is given to it. The text area resize is none. Resize is nothing but the size will not increase until it will just continuously enter. The user can enter the data. For the buttons, we are adding the cursor pointer. Footer displays flex, justify continuous space between align item to center. We are adding the footer elements here. Footer has only two elements. One is the button for up arrow, and one is for the copyright button that we have in the paragraph element. Icon top, anchor tag that we have used for it. Position is added to it. Display flex is center, align item is center. Overflow is hidden. Then for the anchor tag before, we are creating a box effect that is given onto it. So whenever you hover onto it, the width will be 100%. It is an animation that we have added. Then you can see the animation reload and scroll. That is this animate for the animation is added to it. Position is absolute. Top is 0, width is 100%, height is 100%, background with BG color, and width is given to it. And for each animation that we are doing is for the logo, navbar, and menu icon, and home show animate animation. This for that we are adding the animation that is show right. The show right is nothing but you can show right animation is added to it. That is from the right side, the animation will start, and in the child we are adding the background color is given. And for about show animation and education show animate, skill show animate, for that transition delay will be calculated based on whenever you moving from one section to the section, right? Then the animation will take place. Then for now selection we are using for Firefox. Here I'm using color, background is added, selection is color and background is added. For the breakpoints is nothing but the responsive web design. That is nothing but whenever you want to make your website available in mobile, tab, desktop, in any version of the devices that you want to apply, then you will add the edited media queries to it. That based on the size, that is 200 pixel is nothing but for the desktop version I'm creating here. So first you have to do is that you have to complete the website in any one of it, that is either in mobile or in desktop. You complete the entire code, then you just have to change the font size values, padding values. You can see padding, width values are changing because in the mobile view you don't have as much as space as in the desktop, right? The space is reduced, so we have to reduce the values. That's all. We are not creating any new values here, we are just reducing the values. We are changing the display values here. You can see the navbar active, left equal to 0. This is whenever you click on the nav menu icon that we have seen in the script, right? In the script in the script.js we have seen this is for the navbar, right? So that will add the active list and it will display the menu icon for us. It will display the menu bar, entire menu, that is active navbar, and position is right here. Active nav element left, transition nav element, anchor tags we are adding the font size printer. Then you can see for the 520 below values, this is for the different screen sizes I'm using here. Display values only will change. Most of the time display values, font size values, margin values will change. Change is nothing but we are not adding anything, we are reducing the size values, that's all. First it will be like 10 rem, we are using 5 rem, that's all. And these are the animations that we are using. By using the keyframes we can add an animation that is mentioning the percentages that we want the animation to take place. You can write here, and you can see this is for the home cursor and about spinner and show right button, that is width equal to 0%, 100%. The entire one. This is the navbar that we have added, header sticky. This window is nothing but whenever you move on from one section to another section, right, it will get the attribute as id values will, it will catch up, and those id values will be used to know that right now at which section you are right now in, and it will make the top menu icon nav elements will be there, right? The color will change automatically, so that it is like continuously recognizing which section you are moving from. So that is added here by gathering your id values of your particular section. That's it. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content, for more tutorials, and source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely let me know what your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. This website is entirely responsive and you can see the very perfectly professional look to your website. Your personal portfolio can be very helpful for you in your recruitment section whenever you're applying for a job. So right now we are in the home section. You can see the navbar. You can see the hover effect on the nav elements, the color change effect, and you can see the infinite change in text. You can see how it's going back and front and revealing that text. Then we have the hover effect on the buttons. You can see. Then hover effect on the our social media icons. Then you can see the smooth transition of revealing of elements, and you can see an infinitely moving. This is done by using keyframes in the CSS. You can see the hover effect, how neatly they have all been aligned, and you can see the hover effect on the education and experience section, and you can see how neatly we have created the lines. And the skill section, the progress bar section, you can see the hover effect, and you can see how neatly we have given the bar effect, giving a very professional look to your website. Then you can see the contact me form, and you can use submit button. Right, this button is for moving back to the starting page. You can see we have also used JavaScript here, and we can go back. This website is entirely responsive. That is, it is also available in mobile version, tab version also. Now let me show you the mobile version. So this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned exactly at the center, perfectly aligned. And this website is especially for the students who are looking for the resume projects, right? You need very important projects in your resume, and it will give a very professional look to your resume, and it will give a very good impression to your recruiters. Very job friendly. You can see the menu bar, and the animation effect, the transition effect is also very cool, and you can see that it is not taking very much of time or delayed responses. It is very fast, and this website is entirely beginner friendly. That is, even you can make it on by yourself. The source code is available in the description, and definitely try to build this project. And don't, if you have any doubts, any queries about the project, please do visit uh, the channel back again, and comment your errors that you are facing or any issues regarding the source code that I have provided, and or if you need any help in uh, getting new tutorials, or you want me to make any more information that you want you to let me know about web development, front-end development, and definitely comment, and the source code is available in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. The full tutorials are also available on the website. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.